Well, we got another car jump starter to look at today. This is the J400 from Lokithor. Let's open it up and take a look. Hey, what's up YouTube? Dan the Fix-It Man. Got another quick video here for you. This company, Lokithor, reached out and asked me if I'd be willing to take a look at this jump starter, and I said absolutely. So here it is. Let's open it up and see what it comes with. Lokithor, the force of thunder in hand. This is just a little thank you card to the customer, and it comes with a nice little instruction manual, and it's got some safety instructions here, and it shows you everything that's included and a little bit of a spec sheet. Wow, that is really compact. I mean, that is small. That'll fit in the glove box and maybe even carry this on your motorcycle. Now here's the main jumper cables. Really strong clamps. These are very heavy duty for how compact this unit is. And it also comes with a USB-A to USB-C charge cable so that you can get this fully charged up. Now I already plugged this in last night, and so this is completely charged up and ready to go. Now this has a 2000 amp max current or peak current, and it's capable of jump starting vehicles with up to an 8-liter gas engine or 6-liter diesel engine. Now this has an integrated battery management system, and when you hook up the cables, it also will let you know if they're hooked up properly or what the impedance or resistance is looking like by lighting up these two little icons here. I'll show you here in just a minute. Now, in addition to being a jump starter, this is also a portable power bank. It says that we have a battery capacity of 6,400 milliamp hours at 3.7 volts. We'll go ahead and test that here in a minute, but it sounds like you can charge your phone or a tablet or another small device. This also has 10 ways of built-in protection. It has spark-proof protection, reverse charge protection, overcharge protection, overcurrent protection, short circuit protection, reverse polarity protection, low temperature protection, high temperature protection, over voltage protection, and overload protection. Now, as I mentioned, this is more than just a jump starter. It's also a flashlight and a power bank. Now, in order to use the flashlight function, first you need to power the unit on, which you can do by pressing the power button or the light button. And then once it's on, press and hold the light button, and that lights up this really bright light here at the end, which you can use that as a work light or an emergency flashlight. And if you press the button here, you can cycle through the different modes. For example, press that again and we have an emergency flash. If you press it that third time, that goes into an SOS pattern. And then you press it again and it turns off. To use the power bank function here at this end, you can see that it says in and out USB-C or out USB-A. We peel back this cover and there's our USB-C port, and here's the USB-A port. So let's go ahead and test that charging function or power bank function. First, I'm gonna plug in this USB-C to Apple Lightning here in the USB-C port. I'm just gonna plug in an iPhone here. And there you see, it is charging. So we're at 93% charge right now, and it's showing right here on the display a minus sign and showing that it's charging at -2 watts right now. So that works. All right, now I'm gonna plug into the USB-A side, and this is a little GoPro battery charger. And there you can see that it's lit up, it is charging. It's displaying a -2, meaning that this is right now charging at 2 watts. So that's pretty nice. You can keep your phone and, of course, any small portable devices charged as well with this power bank function. Now, as far as using this for a jump starter, the first thing you need to do is just plug in the cables here, and they only go in one way. So just make sure you line that up and plug that in. Now, my truck battery's not dead right now, but I'm going to take this over to the truck and connect it so that you can see how to do this and how easy it is to use. First, I'm going to connect the positive cable here to the positive side or positive terminal, and then the negative side here to the negative terminal. And then all we need to do is wake up the jump starter, and it will start its 10-second countdown. There you go. And it's showing these lights that are green. That means that we have a good, proper connection. Now you see it's clicking and this light right here is on. That means that it's time to go ahead and start it. And we're at 12.5 volts. So I'm gonna go start the truck now. Now again, this battery's not dead, so that started easily. That's why I shut it off. Disconnect these cables here and turn the jump starter off. Now you can see when I turn it on, these little lights right there light up, and those are the lights that let you know if you have a good connection or a bad connection. If the lights are green, then it says you have a good connection. If the lights are yellow, it's not the best connection, but it can still be started. It's just kind of a little bit of a heads up. Hey, see if you can fix that connection and maybe make it a little bit better. Now I'm taking a look at the manual here because I think I did that a little bit wrong. You know, I just turned the truck off because I knew that it was fine and it would start again on its own. But if you do have a car that has a dead battery or had a bad battery and you got it successfully jump started, in order to exit out of the start function, you do want to short press the power button or the light button, and then you can safely disconnect the cables and put this away and power it down. Now, if it doesn't start, you're going to double check your connections here on the cables first and make sure that everything looks good, and then you can try it again. But it says to not do more than 5 consecutive starts within 15 minutes. Of course, if it does start and once you're done and have this disconnected from the car, you can pull those cables out and then press and hold and power it down. And then we'll just put this little plug back in and we're good to go. I also just wanted to point out, if you don't use this for more than 1 minute, once you have it turned on, it will shut down on its own. Now, there is another function that's very important that you understand how to use. It's the boost start function or manual start function, and that's this button right here. It looks like a little red M. Now, if you're gonna use this, keep in mind that some of those safety protections that are built into this unit do not work. So you need to be very cautious if you're gonna use this boost function or manual start function. Make sure that you do not let these cables touch each other. Just like if you're jump starting a car with jumper cables, you know, once you hook up one battery, you gotta make sure that you don't let those cables touch. Keep that in mind, that those protections go away in boost mode. Now, in order to use the boost mode, you're gonna wanna connect the clamps. I'm not gonna plug them in right now, but they're very specific with how you use the boost mode as well. What you're gonna do is insert the clamps back into here, and then you're going to connect the negative side to the battery, and then you're gonna wake up the product and then press and hold boost for 5 seconds. And then you can hear it clicking. It is now in start mode. Now, the contact impedance detection or resistance detection is disabled when you're using manual boost. That's why these are flashing yellow or orange rather than turning green. So when you're using that, the tool doesn't have the ability to verify that once you're in manual mode. And you can see the main interface right here is always on, meaning that this is ready to go, and that will definitely get your car started. And if the car does start, then you just short press the boost, or let's get back into boost mode here by holding that for 5 seconds. You can also just hit that power button, and that exits the boost function or manual start function. Now, that's important if you're gonna jump start a vehicle that is completely dead, because when you hook this up to a vehicle that has some charge, this will detect it and automatically do the countdown. But if it's completely dead, it won't even know that it's connected to a battery, and that's when you might have to use that boost or manual override function. And just remember, after using this, to plug it back in and get it fully charged. They also recommend, even if you don't use this, to plug it in and make sure that it maintains that full state of charge maybe every 3 to 6 months. I gotta say, overall, I'm very impressed. I mean, the amount of technology and the capacity and power of this unit, for being as small and compact as it is very impressive. Again, an 8-liter gas engine or a 6-liter diesel engine, this will do it. This will definitely get that cranking over. But I gotta tell you, having one of these jump starters with you at all times, I think is very important. I recommend, if you don't have one of these, I would pick one up. You know, if you've got kids that are out there driving, you just never know when your battery's gonna die or where you're gonna be. And so having something like this with you at all times is just so handy. It can truly be a lifesaver. You know, it can prevent you from being stuck in the cold or stuck in a really bad situation, or waiting, you know, for somebody to come give you a jump. You know, you might even be in an area where there's no cell service, and having something like this with you could potentially help you get your car or vehicle started and get back on the road or get to a safe place. Well, that's pretty much it. I hope you liked the video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you don't mind. That does help me out. I'll get a link in the description where you can pick up this exact same jump starter as well. Thanks so much for watching, and good luck.